Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So in this video, I'm taking the stem out of the mould and cleaning all of that up, putting the backing piece in, formulating the shape of the stem, and then cutting the scarf, the stem scarf, and gluing it on. I'm also starting to cut the rabbet for the planking ends into the stem. My planking stock has arrived. I get very sweaty taking that in. I put some varnish on the backbone, the top side, get that all nicely cleaned up because I think by the time I get to it, you know, I've got fastenings to go through and everything else, but I want to protect it now. It's gonna be a lot easier to get a little bit of varnish on now and protect it and give it a sand now than it is to try and do it around a whole lot of rows. So I've accepted quite a few little jobs from various contacts that have made contact with me, which is really good because it helps pay for the workshop and it helps push this project on financially. Even though I don't get time to work on it, it does allows me to eat whilst this project continues. If you get a second to like and subscribe, it really helps me and the channel out, so feel free to go ahead and do that. Timber's arrived, just got to get it in now. Well, Timber's in. It's just me, or is it a hot day? So I'm just planing the underside of the hog. So this is where the garboard strakes or the bottom planks are going to go, and they'll follow. So this is where the bottom plank will go. It will nest all the way into the keel. Well, that's technically a forefoot for the keel. And so I've got to plane this ridge down so that it follows straight on from the mould, which is a continuation of the curve. screws on Smoko. Just been fitting the stem to the backbone assembly, and I think it's pretty much time to glue up now. So I've put a couple of screws, holes for screws, and I've put a little bit of lubricant, a bit of wax on there to stop them from sticking in the timber after the glue's finished. And I'm going to put a bit of glue. It just helps to keep everything together before I nail it all together with copper. I'm just going to turn the entire strongback upside down briefly. I found that the hog has, in the steaming process, and I think just over time, has just developed a bit of a warp, which I can flatten off quite happily, but it'd be better to do it now, so that because obviously it's the top side of the hog that is meeting the cutouts in the molds. So as long as the top of the hog is flat, then the rest of it'll be in the right place. But at the moment I've got it bowing up so that it's actually pushing the whole assembly higher than it should, which is giving a false reading. So just want to flatten that off. There's a few other little jobs I want to do, get it turned back to how it is now, then I'll finish off that rebate. The whole of the Rabbet will be finished, and then I might well put the garboard on with it that way around, and then the whole thing will go over for a final time, and I will build the rest of the boat the right way up. That's the plan anyway. A lot of faffing about, but I've got time on my side here, so. So the plank will have a square edge which needs to come up and be housed in the keel. So that's my next port of call. Can you just see how I'm beginning to get the rebate in? So that's where the plank will come up. So I need to rebate just a little bit into that 4 foot all the way along into the keel there. And here I am starting to chop out the rabbet that's headed into the stem. So this is for all the hood ends of all the planks. Again, I'm using battens to check to see how they're gonna roughly fit. I've got a little piece of the same thickness as my planking stock, a little piece of offcut of oak that's I'm just using to keep checking, and then I've got battens which I'll keep pushing in, and I'm trying to be as gentle with them as possible, just to let everything. So much can be seen from the batten, so much can be worked out as to where it hits, where it lands. So I'm going slowly and carefully and making sure, because this is a slightly trickier bit of the build, getting this to look right and getting it to work. And any mistakes I make here, I will see all the way to the end of the project. I hope that was interesting. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll probably put another video up in a couple of weeks' time when I've gotten through this next chunk of work. I will see you in a couple of weeks.